Hey Sagittarius, if you're looking for more insight on what's coming up for you in November, especially around your health, your money, and your relationships, this is the right place to be. Welcome. Thanks for coming. My name is Seth. I run Comingouttarot.com. You can always find out more about me over there and how to get a reading with me at Comingouttarot.com/shop. On here, I like to do these little mini readings by sun sign so you get an idea of what it's like to have a reading with me, and you're getting some insight into what's coming up in the next month so that you can make some choices about what's best for you, whether you want to keep down the path that you hear here, or if you can shift and alter by making some choices about what direction you'd like to go. So Sagittarius, this is for you. We're going to get these cards in the right order. My nose just started itching. So that we can find out what's coming up for you in November 2018. Understand the conditions surrounding Sagittarius. What's up with your health, wealth, and relationships in November 2018. Those got into order faster than I thought they would. All right, here we go. Health, got the Fool. Wealth, Nine of Swords. And relationships, the Universe. I haven't seen that come up for a while. So here's what's interesting. You've got majors flanking your finances, which means that the other parts of your life, to me, are more important during November. Your health and your relationships are going to be a strong experience during the month of November. Your finances, not so much, though it's probably going to be a bit of a pain point. We're going to talk about that in a second. Actually, a little bit more than a second. Still. Other thing that's interesting here, there is air and there is earth. This is very arid. There's not any emotional depth going on here. There's also no passion, no driving forward. This is about how you approach things mentally, how you think about everything going on in your life, especially around your health. So we're talking about mental health and your financial picture. So the analyzation of your financial pictures. There's not a lot of intensity, just a lot going on up here for you, Sag. All right, let's take a look at your health. Like I was saying, mental health, we've got the Fool. Your ability to approach everything with an open mind is going to be extremely important during the month of November. In fact, what you may find is that you understand, learn, or hear something that gives you an awareness that you didn't have before. It's kind of like when someone comes out of the closet and you go, oh, I had no idea that they were a lesbian. And now you're faced with new information and you have to think about it. Or someone comes to you and says that they're transgender and you have to remember how to use the preferred pronoun of the person you've been talking to for however many years, and now you've got to switch pronouns. So it's that kind of awareness. Like suddenly something is like, oh, I had no idea, and it throws your mind for a loop. So the ability to shift into new space, the ability to be open to new space is going to be paramount during the course of November for you. It's what's going to keep you sane, because the more you resist, the more you hold back, the more frustrated you're going to be. That's when migraines start to appear. That's when it starts to even kink your neck because it becomes stressful, that you're not able to go with the flow because you're resisting so much. So the less resistance to new information, new circumstances, the better. The more that you can work with them, the more physically healthy, mentally healthy you're going to feel. Like losing less sleep, for example, having less neck pain because you're less stressed, less migraines because you're not just fighting all the things you're thinking about, you're just allowing them to be. Wow, that was easier than I thought it was going to be. I thought there was going to be a lot more to mine there, but there's really not. That's a lot anyway. It's a lot to worry about, Sag. It's a lot to focus on, and just being able to be open and aware is hard enough for a lot of us. So that's going to be a challenging journey. It's not easy, but it's a great place to be if you're open to opportunity, if you're open to newness. If you're not, this is going to feel like a really bumpy road. And it's not going to get any easier when we get to your finances. Thanks for that thumbs up. Say hi if you get a chance to say hi. So finances, just as a reminder, this is the Nine of Swords. Finances kind of stick it to you in November, Sag. It's not going to be great. It's not going to feel great. Things are going to be a little tough. And by a little tough, I mean it's going to suck. It's not that you're losing money. It's that you need to spend money because there are unexpected consequences of previous actions. So it can be something like you had an accident, the insurance didn't come through, and you have to put out more money than you thought. You know, that kind of thing. So previous experiences is causing you to have to make some financial choices that are more painful than they would normally be. And that's happening during the month of November. I would also venture to say that you can stem some of that if you are aware of what those previous experiences were. So if you can do some like reflection on what's happened over the last 3 months, say, that could cause me to have some financial decisions or make some financial decisions today that I've been waiting to hear back on, or I haven't heard back on and I need to. This is the time to follow up on those things so you can start to shift and change that direction so that there aren't surprises that cause you to feel some financial pain. Or at least you can be prepared for it so it's less painful. All right, moving on to relationships. This is the World. Relationships are exactly where they need to be right now. There's only a little bit of past contention, I would say. So maybe in October, relationships were a little bit rough. This month, they're going to be more fluid. Things are going to feel like they're flowing in the right direction. It's going to feel like the sexual compatibility is there and back. It's going to feel like you're headed in the right direction. I think I already said that, so let's just take that doubly for what it's worth. I also, what's this one other thing that's important? There's a connection here to Saturn. I've never said that before in my life. I don't know what that means. I would have to do the research because I'm not an equipped astrologer. I've like got the basics like a lot of people do, but the fact that Saturn is related to your relationships, I would need to know more about Saturn and what that means. So I would encourage you also to do some research. What does it mean to have Saturn related to your relationships during the month of November? There's also like kind of a there is slow movement in your relationship. So where things were kind of fast and painful previously, it's moving ahead slowly. It's the right pace. Where everything feels better and is in the right place now, the pace is slow in order to like ramp back up to where you were. So this is the right pace. It feels like the right pace because you're in the right spot. I keep wanting to say place and pace, and those sound so close together. because you're in the right spot. And that's cool. That's good. I wish I knew what this Saturn thing was. Why Saturn? Saturn. Maybe I can Google it real quick. Hold, please. Ooh, Saturn in relationships. Google's is Saturn inter aspects tend to be very binding. As time passes, and especially once a commitment is made between each other, the personal planet person will inevitably grow in that area of life or part of the personality represented by the personal planet. So you're the relationship, it's just like what I was saying. The relationship is growing. The relationship is strengthening. It's getting better. So, and Saturn is, that's why I needed to talk to you about Saturn. I don't know why I ignored looking it up. Anyway, let's take a look at what the quintessence of this is. 33, the Empress. Love and abundance abound during November. So that feels really good. And it also, I think, lends itself to that opportunity to be open to other people, what may be presenting itself around you, so that you're open mentally and available to hear what's going on and why things are happening the way they're happening, which can only help support the relationships that are in front of you. All right, Sag, I hope this is helpful. If you're not subscribed, do subscribe so we can keep track of each other. And I thank you for that thumbs up, because when you give me thumbs up, not only does it tell me this content is useful to you, but it also connects the content to other Sagittarians so that they can benefit from this just like you are. I do hope that you'll visit me over at Comingouttarot.com/shop, where you can find out more about how to get readings with me. And if you haven't already joined my newsletter, if you do, you'll get access to some money off the year ahead reading, where you can take control of your 2019. I hope that you have a good rest of your Sunday. Thanks for being here with me, and I'll see you another time.